The field for treatment in the first-line setting for metastatic pancreatic cancer has changed a lot just in the last 3 or 4 years with the advent of regimens like FOLFIRINOX and nab-paclitaxel with gemcitabine. But generally we have poor performance status patients we might treat only with gemcitabine monotherapy or palliative care, and the other patients we generally treat with either nab-gem or we treat them with FOLFIRINOX. Currently, if the patients have had gemcitabine, they're usually patients with moderately poor or poor performance status, not the ones we treat with FOLFIRINOX, for example. And when they go on to second-line therapy, often their options have been quite limited. Perhaps best supportive care, perhaps 5-FU leucovorin, sometimes even oral capecitabine, a 5-FU analog. But their options were quite limited before. Currently, I think, not a lot of patients even receive first-line treatment. This can be an older, sicker population. But of those who receive first-line therapy now, I'd say about 50% do get second-line in my experience. But it varies quite a bit by population. In the second-line setting, I think the most important factors are patient factors, so what their desires, goals of therapy, comorbidities, and perhaps most importantly, their performance status. I think the biggest challenges in the second-line setting are simple functional issues. Are they able to tolerate more chemotherapy? Do they want more chemotherapy? The numbers of patients that can actually tolerate therapy second-line is relatively small. It has been improving now because tolerance and effectiveness of first-line therapy has also been improving, so we are more commonly facing this dilemma. I think the main take-home from NAPOLI is that we can effectively treat people in the second line if patients are healthy enough, perhaps fit the eligibility criteria for the clinical trial, and we can meaningfully offer them improvements in overall survival if we carefully select them.